A primary election held on July 7th is the latest New Jersey has ever seen. The COVID-19 pandemic presents a challenge for those who want to come out and cast their vote, but Governor Murphy is counting on most of us to have already mailed in our ballots.
This primary election will probably have a higher turnout because of the use of the mail-in ballot.
6 million voters in New Jersey were either sent a postage-paid mail-in ballot or were sent an application that would allow them to request one. Former State Assemblyman John Wisniewski explains the major changes we have seen in this year's election.
You could only vote with provisional ballots. You're supposed to use your mail-in ballot. But you know there'll be people who may not remember they got a mail-in ballot. They'll go to vote provisionally. Those take additional time to process. And we're going to learn from this primary what we need to do in a general election.
The amount of polling centers available for this primary have been reduced to a fraction of what they were before.
For instance, this town in Sayreville normally has 35 polling places. Because of the coronavirus, they've narrowed that down to, I think, 4.
Leaving it especially difficult for people to come out and vote.
When you look at voting patterns, senior citizens are the group that typically show up in large proportions. And since the pandemic affects senior people more seriously than younger people, I would expect that you'd see a surge in senior voting. The reason mail-in voting is appealing to many voters is because they really don't want to go out in public during this pandemic crisis.
We spoke to some voters in New Jersey to get their remarks.
I don't like mail-in ballots. I don't trust them, and I'd rather put my vote in myself. And I don't even think it's fair that they count the mail-in ballots before they count the in-person ballots. And I'm very upset with the governor about this, because he forced this on people.
You're not using the machines. Everything is a write-in now, so, which is cool. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. The environment was good. They were very helpful. They do have the ballots, but, you have the people sitting here, people sitting there. There's 1, 2, 3 tables, and there are 3 separate people, so it's not like everybody's on top of everybody.
And they're making sure that you're social distancing?
Not at all. Everybody's pretty close together. So really, the social distance is not really working.
This primary is going to be an important one to study for the general election ahead.
This election will be a test case, really, for mail-in voting. This election will tell us how easy it is, how willing people are to vote by mail, and what kind of problems follow from it.
Reporting for New Jersey News Network, I'm Kimberly Kravitz.